So at Money in the Bank, John Cena dropped a bombshell announcing his retirement from WWE with 2025 slated to be his final year. And in today's video, I want to give a list of 10 people that I believe should face John Cena in his final year. Of course, there are more than 40 dates lined up apparently, and there'll be more opponents for him, but these are 10 people that I strongly believe should face him in this last year. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Andy. I'm a wrestling fan from Ghana, West Africa, and this is my little place where I talk about wrestling and all the fun stuff that goes on with it. So if you do like the content on this channel, then please do subscribe and like this video, and let's talk. So I'm starting this list off with someone who I think would benefit greatly from facing John Cena in the early stages of his career. I am talking about Melo Hay. Now this will come across as a bit of a hot take, but I need you to stick with me on this. Melo comes across as a younger AJ Styles to me, and I'm probably saying that because of his moveset to some degree. He's probably not as athletic as old-time AJ Styles, but the body types are also there. So, you know, I'm kind of saying that, and I believe that he and Cena would have great chemistry. Another reason I say this is the first promo that Melo delivered in NXT on his debut. I forget who he debuted against, but he uttered the words ruthless aggression. And if you know anything about those words came from John Cena when he debuted on SmackDown in 2002 against Kurt Angle. It's a bit of a parallel. I think it's pretty cool. I think that they are meant to cross paths at some point, and there's no better time to do it than in John Cena's final year. Another person who I think would benefit greatly from working with Cena or being put in a program with him is Karrion Kross. Now, Kross hasn't really caught on with fans ever since he returned in 2022. That does not mean he hasn't done some great stuff. He has. The feud with Drew McIntyre easily comes up to mind. The feud with the Pride, and now he's in a feud with the New Day where he seems to be pulling strings. And Karrion Kross has a very interesting trajectory in terms of the impact he's had on other superstars. He's kind of like the Fiend in a certain way, but I'll have a whole video on that much later, so stick around for that. But I think that Karrion would really establish himself as a top guy if he were to work with Cena. Now I know that this can be a bit wonky considering Austin Theory was one of the recent people that worked with Cena at WrestleMania 39, beat him, but it never really went anywhere. So it's a bit hard to gauge, but I believe in Karrion Kross. I believe that the abilities he exhibits in the ring are par none. He's so good in the ring, and his storytelling acumen is there. It's just it doesn't connect. I hope they can really flesh him out properly. But yes, I do think that he and Cena working together would be great. I think they might have teased working with each other on separate times, but I don't know. Another person who I think would benefit greatly from working with John Cena in his final year is Grayson Waller. Now, Grayson Waller, and there's a bit of a precedent to this because if you remember, Money in the Bank, John Cena returns in London, shocks the entire crowd. Grayson Waller comes out there, and I think he had a snap version of the Grayson Waller effect, led to an attitude adjustment. I nearly called it an FU, but I do think that incident can serve as a bit of a callback if they were ever to work together. It serves as a base for what may come between the two of them. But I do think that working with Cena would elevate Grayson Waller to another level. Hopefully it's the opposite of what happened with Theory, who's had to struggle quite a bit. My next pick is going to shock a few people, but like I said, stick with me. I'm just thinking about these things. Xavier Woods. Xavier has a bit of an interesting case here. If you do realize, out of all the New Day members, Xavier is the only one that has not had a solo run. Aside maybe when he was doing the King of the Ring stuff, but that wasn't really a solo run. He hasn't had a world title or even an intercontinental or US title reign. I'm refraining from calling them mid-card championships because those titles are very important to WWE as well. But I do think that a program with Cena would greatly elevate Xavier Woods to another level, to be a good crack at it, you know, to establish him. Because Kofi, I mean, why did I say Kofi? It's Kofi. Kofi had a great run as WWE champion. Okay, maybe it wasn't the greatest run, and it was 6 months, and you know, memes. Big E had a great one as Intercontinental Champion and as WWE Champion, I guess. And I think that a program with John Cena would be the biggest program that Xavier Woods could be in his career, and I think this should elevate him. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in there. This next pick hurts me because it's going to be a complete massacre and I can just see it. Gunther. Listen, Gunther, a match with he and Cena, I don't even want to think about it. It would be chops, it would be Cena screaming, Cena's chest potentially turning red, which I don't think I have seen before. I've seen him bloodied, but not like that. That would be a very painful match to watch in effect, but I am really interested in seeing what Gunther would have to say to Cena as a heel. You know, Gunther, I don't know if he's going to go the route of respect or if he's going to mock Cena for wearing jorts and, you know, spinny titles or whatnot. I don't know. Gunther is called Damian Priest trash recently. I mean, you never know with that dude. I think there is also the potential to flesh out certain parts of Gunther, and I don't know how this is going to weigh, because Gunther is great as he is, right? He's plain, he beats you up if he has to. Oh no, not if he has to. Sometimes he does it for the fun of it. But I see a lot of potential with his character, and I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I think a pairing with Cena might do the trick. Not that he needs any help really, but I mean, it will be cool. Now, I believe Cena should do some work with an NXT related talent, and the first name that pops in mind is Obafemi, or it might be Obafemi. I don't know. I'm Ghanaian. I can't pronounce it the way my Nigerian brothers and sisters would pronounce the name. Obafemi, I think, would be a great opponent for John Cena. Now, this pick might raise an eyebrow, and let me explain. Obafemi is by far the most dominant NXT superstar there is currently. There is no denying it. Like, you can't even sidestep it. Also, the most dominant NXT North American champion. Keith Lee doesn't come close, and that's a very hot take I've just put out there. But a match with John Cena or a program with John Cena could really raise some eyebrows for Obafemi, and he does raise eyebrows on his own. But imagine the possibility of defeating John Cena as an upstart in this business. Mind you, Obafemi has been doing this for just a little over a year on TV. So who's to say what could happen between those two? I see great things for Obafemi, and definitely a program with John Cena that will make him untouchable. And that's what you want. Now, clearly I've picked a few younger talents in this video, so I can always add on more, and the person I'm going to add here is Braun Breaker. Now, I have been thinking about this for a few months, and Braun Breaker would be one of the perfect opponents for this final run of John Cena's. I think that they're going to have so much fun in the ring. Braun Breaker has been likened to a younger Brock Lesnar, and you can't run away from it. It's just there. But there are other attributes that he has that sets him apart. But that being said, a feud with John Cena would be so cool. I mean, look at what he's doing with Sami Zayn, Ilya Dragunov, killing it. You know, he's supposed to be a heel, but he's getting face reactions, and I think that's pretty cool. A match or a feud with John Cena, I think, needs to be penciled in there somewhere. Who knows, maybe for the one title that Cena has never won in his illustrious career, the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this next person recently expressed his interest in facing Cena one last time. That is CM Punk. Now, if you know anything about these two and the chemistry they have, it is bonkers. Money in the Bank 2011 is a great example of this. Aside that, they're really good friends away from camera. They have great chemistry. They're practically married to each other. That's what they both say about each other, and a final match between those two would be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that one more time. Granted, CM Punk can stay healthy. Granted, Cena doesn't get hurt as well, because he's getting up in age. It's very likely that anything could hurt him. You know, we like to think of him as the indestructible John Cena, but you know, it happens. You know, here is someone who I am intrigued to see a matchup with Cena against: Drew McIntyre. Drew has been on his own path, going down his own rabbit hole and descending into darkness and whatnot, but a match with Cena would be pretty cool, and all you have to do is just base it off some comments that Cena might have made in the locker room, which made Drew upset when he was much younger and fueled him to get to the level that he is at right now. I mean, that's the route he's going with the CM Punk stuff, and it's working. You could say, oh, another person that did that to me was John Cena. Hello. I think it would be entertaining. I just want to see how Drew attacks Cena. I want to see how Cena attacks Drew. It would be great. And I know everybody was waiting for this last person to be mentioned, Randy Orton. Now, yes, whilst they've had like a gazillion matches against each other, they've never faced off at a WrestleMania, and you know, when I heard that Cena was not going to be retiring at WrestleMania, I kind of felt conflicted, because in as much as I want those two to face off at WrestleMania, I don't know if they can do another match down the line, because I believe that Randy Orton should be the last match of John Cena's career. Great send off for him. Randy will be 45 years old by the time that match rolls around. Who knows what happens? I mean, we're in for a bonkers ride, definitely, with the retirement tour of John Cena. I'm looking forward to it. This is a man who, you know, I've been watching since I was 9 years old when I first got into wrestling. The impact that John Cena has had on Ghanaian wrestling when it started, you know, picking up traction here in African wrestling as a whole, it's crazy. It goes beyond anything I've ever seen or been a part of, and it's been a pleasure watching this man for all this time. So John Cena, my most popular follower on X, thank you so much. And guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this and you want to see more, then please do subscribe to this channel. Check out this video that YouTube is recommending. My name is Andy, and I'm signing off.